Good morning and welcome back to The View. My name is Victoria and I'm here with
Jamie,
Jenna,
and Sam.
This episode we're talking about the Vietnam War and its causes and effects.
Have you guys heard about the book, The Things They Carried?
Yeah, I love that book.
By Tim
I
O'Brien.
just
read it.
It's
Oh my
so
God.
good and it completely summarizes everything about the Vietnam War.
My favorite chapter is chapter 9. Marianne.
That's a good chapter.
She goes a little crazy. It talks about Vietnamese culture, and it's very out of the box from what American culture is. Like a necklace of tongues, human tongues.
I know.
Yeah.
It also has a very hidden meaning behind it because Tim O'Brien is bringing into perspective how Marianne represents soldiers during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it's crazy how much she transformed from just that short time being there. She went from this sweet, innocent girl to this savage type person.
And that's exactly what happened with the soldiers. They were sweet and innocent, and once they got into the war, they went to the dark side, basically.
She even refused to hold a gun, and she still lost her humanity. I mean, these men every day see their men being killed and Vietnamese people being killed, and it's just
They were so young.
They're
very
The things they see is just they're transformed from it. There's no way to go back after that.
You can't unsee what you see there.
I mean, what would you expect? You're seeing people die every day.
Exactly. And the men were in such seclusion that when this girl came out gawking at her, they haven't seen a woman in such a long time. It was like,
I mean, men were wearing pantyhose around their necks to remind themselves of their ex-girlfriends.
Chapter 10 with the pantyhose.
You know, it's so sad too because the pantyhose stood for so much. Like even when the girlfriend broke up with him, I think he says it even after she broke up with him. He said the magic was still there, Henry, which is so powerful because I think he almost tripped. I think he tripped something. He says
It was just like the picture in chapter 1. You hear the picture, and he wasn't even dating this girl, married to this girl, and he conjured up this love for her, but it wasn't real. But they needed something, although intangible, to keep them going in the war.
Yeah, it says in the book, like many of us in Vietnam, Dobbins of the pole of superstition, and he believes firmly and absolutely in the protective power of the stockings. They were like body armor, he thought. Whenever we saddled up for a late-night ambush, putting on our helmets and flak jackets, Henry Dobbins would make a ritual out of arranging the nylons around his neck, carefully tying a knot, draping the two leg sections over his left shoulder. There were some jokes, of course, but we came to appreciate the mystery of it all. He was invulnerable, never wounded, never a scratch. In August, he tripped a bouncing Betty, which failed to detonate, and a week later he got caught in the open during a fierce little firefight. No cover at all, but he slipped the pantyhose over his nose and breathed deep and let the magic do its work. Which is so crazy to think that one thing, like his girlfriend's scent, which is weird to say, but kept him going, and even after he said, no sweat the magic.
We're holding on to anything they could to feel humane.
And that's where the whole title of the novel comes from, the things they carry. It's these things that they carried that kept them going, and although some of the things they carried held them back and was weight on them, there are things that they carried that would kept them going and pushed them to keep going. These sentimental objects are what kept them going this whole time.
Didn't have to even help them live. It didn't have to be bullets, didn't have to be ponchos. It were things that were essentially useless in war, but for them, for their humanity, for their emotions, for their sanity, kept them going.
It was just certain things for that person. Like if someone saw him with the stockings, they'd be like, "What is this guy doing?"
Yeah,
but it meant so much to him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, your average day-to-day guy doesn't carry around a picture of a girl that he's not dating or anything.
Exactly.
But the fact that it kept him going says a lot. The emotional weight, and also just the skepticism for the Vietnam War, like the hippie movement. They were against the war.
Counterculture.
Yeah, counterculture movement, and people were not for the Vietnamese War because America was playing policeman, like they've done in the past and have done in the future, present day. But as seen in chapter 11, the Vietnamese still respected the American the American soldiers, even though they were killing innocent people.
Yeah, these monks were helping out our American soldiers, giving them food, and that's when they were like, I was never religious, but this is humanity, this is our faith, we have to believe in something.
I mean, obviously war is war and there's going to be brutality, but chapter 11 really brings out that there's still, like, people are still people, they're going to be humane, and there's going to, although there are points where savagery comes out, there's still that humanity there.
And I think that's why people hold on to religion too. It's because sometimes when you go through hard things in life and when you're going through stuff like this with war and you're away and you don't have your family, it's faith that really keeps people grounded and gives people hope that tomorrow will be better than today. I think that's really
Faith
important.
or any kind of constant.
Yeah.
I mean, war is constantly changing, the weather, it's foreign, the people, there's new people that are dying every day. Change is constant during war. But things like faith and love and family do stay constant when even everything around you is changing.
And it brings people back.
And that's what's so great about these 3 chapters, because they all represent sort of the same kind of feeling that the soldiers needed something. And chapter 9 was one of the longest chapters in the book, and that's probably because it represented the whole war as a whole.
Right.
Also, chapter 9 focuses on women also. Marianne,
Yeah.
although she seemed crazy, it showed a whole new perspective of women during this era. They weren't just these average housewives. They were involved in the war, and the war actually motivated them and encouraged them. They felt empowered by the war, started to be curious and not just the assumed oblivious woman.
Right.
Yeah,
the
was she
women-
really crazy or was she just different from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make a necklace of my tongue, but I mean, you know, she's still, if she was just different, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes when you're stuck in this place where all you know is what you know, when people do different things, it mixes people up a little bit and scares people.
This book was truly amazing. I mean, I totally did not see this perspective of the
So, you know, the things they carried, we think, okay, things to keep them alive. Bullets, guns, ponchos, things to keep them safe against the Vietnamese.
But also, you have to think about that they're carrying memories, experiences, visions,
Yeah.
and this all goes with them their entire trip, their entire journey.
and even after.
Because that also keeps them alive.
Yeah.
Their families.
I think that's what keeps them alive more than anything else.
Anything. Yeah.
Even the intangible, the PTSD, the diseases, the losing of limbs, trench foot,
The loss of innocence.
right, humanity. You lose your humanity. You're not the same you.
It's your sanity.
There's no way you're the same you from
No,
when you
definitely
left.
No, I don't think anyone could be the same after you see so many things.
Yeah,
I think you're in a way scarred for life.
right.
If you could carry one thing with you. Whoa.
Alright, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be like, after reading this, okay. So after reading the things they carried, what would you carry with you?
You know, I think even though it would weigh a certain amount, I would probably bring, you know, my boyfriend's cologne because
That's sweet.
Yeah, that is
it means the smell will just bring you back to
Yeah,
home,
you
The
can
to,
smell bring you memories.
to happiness.
We'll
you
remember
know?
all the times you had together. That's
Right.
cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
Victoria, what about you?
I would probably bring a photo of my entire family because they would just inspire me to keep going, never give up, and they're just like bring me courage
Your
and
support system.
yeah, my support system exactly.
I think my watch, and I would keep it at the time, like the time zone that I live in, because then it could be like, even though I'm not with them in that certain time, I'm there, I'm like spirit.
Wow,
Right.
that's really cute. I think I wouldn't carry anything as an actual object. I'd probably just carry all the memories that I have of everyone back at home. So read the book if you get the chance.
Tim O'Brien's The Things They Carried. Thanks for
Phenomenal
watching.
novels.
See you guys
Perfect.
tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.